take a look at this graphic, and on first glance, can you tell me what are the most important things you need to be looking for? Give it a look. I kind of doubt it. I'm Marcy McDonald, online course doctor, here to help you transform ordinary courses into extraordinary ones by paying attention to details like the ones I'm going to share with you today. So, most people forget completely about what it is they're putting on the screen to go along with the video. By this I mean, what do their on-screen graphics look like? And this includes your on-screen text, your graphics such as a map or a chart, anything where you're using some form of text with or without a visual in order to explain a point. Well, what happens for many people is that they just throw it up willy-nilly, not paying any attention at all to something that I realized quite a long time ago was critical for students to help them learn, and that is a giant missed opportunity. What is that opportunity? It's the opportunity to use your graphics to communicate more information than just the graphic itself communicates. Okay, that's a little confusing. Let me unpack it. When you put up, say, a map, we are scanning it. We're trying to figure out what is it we're supposed to be looking at. We're trying to do it as quickly as possible. Our mind automatically clusters pieces of information together. One of those pieces of information, so long as you're not colorblind, and that is something to think about, is what colors go together. What size fonts go together? Are things capitalized? Every piece of information you include in your design, your deliberate design, informs the student on the other side of the camera of how important something is. I call this the hierarchy of ideas. So the hierarchy of ideas deals with two things, really. One is, how important is it? And two, also often overlooked, is what is the relationship among these points? So if you look at a map, say, and you see everything labeled in pink over here you see everything labeled in blue. Way up in a corner, maybe over here, you see something else in pink. You're automatically going to associate that pink dot with the pink colors over here that mean a certain thing, which you have ascribed to it. If, however, all the dots all over the place are all random colors according to whatever you felt like looked pretty, then you lose that chance to communicate to your student, hey, these things go together. When you lose that chance, you also contribute to their confusion over the matter. So on the one hand, add to their understanding, make it very quick for them to scan and put the pieces together, the relationships. On the other hand, if you don't do that, if you have random colors, then you confuse the student. So you've blown it kind of twice in a way. Let me illustrate. When we were working on a course on geology many years ago, we lost our producer midstream at the teaching company, also known as the Great Courses. We had to scramble because we didn't realize this producer had gotten way behind in his work, and we only had about a month to get this baby out and to the public. Well, we went to task, we assigned everybody to get working on it, but nobody talked to each other. And so what happened is that producer 1 did things the way she thought. Producer 2 did things the way she thought. Producer 3 did things the way he thought. And once we put it all together, it was a hot mess because nobody's style matched, and the poor student on the other side had no visual clues to help him or her figure out those relationships among the points. Likewise, all the graphic text was different. So in some cases it was lowercase at the beginning, some cases it was initial cap. By initial cap, I just mean the first letter of the first word in that description was capitalized. Your mind goes to that and says anything in all caps is most important. Anything with an initial cap is less important than the all caps. Anything in no caps, all lowercase, is even less important than the other two categories. So you want to use that information to help teach and help your student remember, make associations, draw relationships, and quickly scan your information, because when you're teaching, boom, it just flies by, and next thing you know, someone's trying to figure out what it is they're supposed to be looking at, and you've moved on to another point. They're confused, they tune out, and you've lost your student. So what I want you to think about whenever you start producing a course is to create a style sheet as you go along. Every time you introduce a new graphic, text graphic, visual, I want you to be recording it as you go along. And so today I'm going to include, if you sign up for weekly tips from me, a style sheet that's just a sample. It shows you, for instance, how you might do your bullet points, when you might capitalize things. So very simple and straightforward, but you can use it to model for one that you're going to use from now on going forward, I hope, if you are a very wise person and you take my advice. It will save you a lot of headache in the long run, and it will be another layer that makes you one of the best teachers out there. And that, my friends, is what we want, right? So take a second, say you like this video, you can even say you love it, and click that little button, and then I'll be seeing you next time. So what are you waiting for? Click, download, sign up, and get out of here, because you have got some great courses to make. So thanks. Marcy McDonald, Online Course Doctor, signing off. See you next time.